Hello everyone. In this video, we can talk about Azure CosmosDB Emulator. The Azure CosmosDB Emulator provides an environment that emulates the Azure Cosmos DB service. Using this emulator, we can develop and test the application locally without creating any Azure subscription. When we are happy with the application, then we can switch from actual emulator to the Azure Cosmos DB account in the cloud. We can see how we can download the emulator. By the way, the link to download the emulator can be found in Microsoft Docs, and also I will share it in the description of this video as well. So when you click on the emulator, you can see below that the software is getting downloaded. So it's just like an exe file, which will get downloaded. Then we can install the file locally in your PC. Once the download is complete, you can just go to the downloaded folder wherever it's been downloaded, click on it, and then you can follow the instruction to install the software. The installation will just take a minute or two to install this software into your PC. Just click on the agreement and then click on install. I think it will finish it in a couple of minutes. Once the installation has been completed, Azure Cosmos DB Emulator gets launched. As you can see now that Cosmos DB Emulator is running. So the quick start, which gives us the basic information like URI, primary key, primary connection string, and Mongo connection string. The two information which we are mainly interested are URI and the primary key. So URI will be the local host, so it will be hosted locally, and the primary key, which it's the default primary key, which gets for everyone. And next is the Explorer tab, where we can create a container and items underneath. So let's create a new database. Let's call it as XYZ. And then we can just give it a manual throughput with a very minimal throughput. 400 is and create a new container. So we create a container ID called floats and with the partition key types. Under the container, as you can see, we can create a couple of items for this demo. So under the items, let's create two items. You can click on the new items. Let's create some attributes. Can call it as brand and give it as a brand name since it's a clothes container. Brand can be PME legend, and size can be another attribute. Just 32. Color blue, and then the type would be a partition key. So let's mention type as well. In this case, it would be a jeans because we're talking about specific type here. Let's add them. Can create a new item. Let's copy paste that one and just replace the attributes. Can give it another brand names as G Store. In size to 36 for just example. Color as black, and we keep the type as is as G. Now let's query and check those two documents that we have created. So we have PME legend and G star raw in this case. So let's go back to the C# programming where I created a video. My previous video, you can check it out. So this programming is based on the subscription that we had in Azure, Microsoft Azure portal.
and we used the information from the portal endpoint and the master key, so we could able to connect and access those documents. Now we're gonna do the same, but using an eliminated credentials. Let's copy the URL from the emulator and also the primary key in this case. And let's make sure the name of the container and the database is also same. So in this case, it would be the database ID is XYZ and the container name would be close. So let's keep it like that. And what we are saying is we use a simple query where we select it from clothes. We can always see where the brand is PM agent. Let's keep the query as it is. And we use get query, item query iterator and read the information for each loop. We can run the program without debugging. We know that this code works. So let's run it and see what happens. It's a bit slow running, but we got information where by default it has hello world, just kept it as it is, and we can see that the information has been retrieved. So we gave the var clause as PM legend, so it's written that it could manage or it could able to connect with the emulator with the URI and the primary key, and we can see brand PM legend has kind of blue available size 32. So we successfully managed to connect using CosmosDB Emulator. Thanks a lot for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed this. Please let me know by comments or subscribing. It would be really appreciated.